Now we'll take a look at putting the type on a closed path. We're going to use a circle here, although you can use a square, rectangle, polygon. I'm sure that would look awful. I wouldn't even try it. But a circle is something that it works pretty well on. So let me select my type here and Control or Command C to copy it. I'll come up and choose my type on a path tool. Come over here, click on it, flashing cursor there. We're ready. Control or Command V, paste it in. Now, it doesn't always seem to go in the place where you think it would when you do this, so you've got to do a little bit of playing around. So when we go over to our ports, we see we have the beginning and ending ports right beside each other. So basically, the ending port is the one on the left and the beginning port is the one on the right. So if I really wanted this centered up here, I would have to take this and drag the ending one to this point here. Notice how the type gets cut off and we have our port showing the text is in place. And then I'll take the other one, drag it back here, put it to there. And now we've got this. We can just simply click on our type and center it like that. Again, as we move our ports back and forward like that, we change the position of where the type is to be placed. So if you did want it over to the side like that, you just move these ports. Now believe me, this is a lot better in InDesign CS5. It's a lot easier to select these ports and move them. So that's a nice little addition that is new to me. So let me move it back and center it here like this. What I'm going to do is zoom in on it, and we can take a look at some of the options that we have available to us. So with the type on a path selected, we can go to the type menu, type on path, and choose options. Now we'll take a look at some of the effects here. We've got our preview button on, so we're going to see everything happen live. Now we've got a number of effects here: rainbow, skew, 3D, stir step, and gravity. Rainbow is the most common one. I tend to use it anytime that I'm creating type on a path because it looks most natural. Let's take a look what skew looks like. You can see how what it does here is it forces everything to the center. So the characters on the left go left to right to the center. On the right, they go right to left to the center. And the letter P here, which is pretty much the central character, just remains straight. We can come over and look at the 3D ribbon, and you can see how it effectively keeps the baseline flat or straight of every character, but then forces it up towards the center. Stir step, like going up a step of stairs, just one going left to right, right to left. And gravity, and that's pulling it away from the center down to the bottom. Again, rainbow gives the most pleasing effect in my opinion, and we'll just use that one. Next, we have the align. You can align to the baseline, and that's the baseline of the text here. You can go to align to the descenders. So everything's aligning to the bottom point of the descenders. That's the lower part of these characters like G, Y, and P, which go below the baseline. Ascenders is the opposite. So it's aligning to the top of the ascending point of the characters. T, C, P, the capital letters here, and then we can center it here. Notice that the lowercase characters don't look too centered, but the uppercase characters are definitely centered, and that's the centering point. You can also change the path where it's centering to. Let me just click on OK here, and I'm going to come out and select the stroke here, and I'm going to make it a lot thicker. Just make it about 6 points like this, and that way we'll be able to see the effect. So I'll go in through my contact sensitive menu this time, type in a path, options, and here it's aligned center to the center of the path. We can go to the top of the path, so it's aligning the center to the top of the path, or the bottom of the path. So it's where this path is that the center gets aligned. Perhaps if I were to, let's just go back to baseline here, you can see it a little bit better. So the baseline is aligning to the bottom of the path, up to the top of the path, or to the center of the path like that. Spacing is very useful. You can make the type look a lot better by adjusting the spacing. And if I hit it, let's say 18, it crunches up like that. Or if I go the other direction, let's say minus 30, you can see how it spaces everything out like this. I'll click on OK. We'll leave it like that. Again, as I move the path around, you can see that the type moves with it. And if you just want to create the effect without the circle, of course, you can come in and give it a 0 stroke like that. So you have the path and the type just sits in the page with that fill there, but you notice as I move the cursor over, the path still exists and we've got our ports here. If you want to remove it from the path, you can just select it, go to type and type on path. I got to select the path, sorry, not just the type. Type on a path, delete type from path like that, and it actually deletes the type but not the path. And that is how you use type and path in InDesign CS5.